Good evening, everybody. Hello, welcome to our product education Facebook Live on how to create a rock star immune system. I know we've got a bunch of people joining us live tonight, so I'm going to oil up while we wait for people to come. My name is Christi Collins. I am one of the diamond leaders from the Essentially Powerful Oil team, and we have been doing these monthly product education classes for almost 5 years now. It will be 5 years in December, which is crazy. Hey, Pam. Remember we started out totally old school. We were like doing the teleclass thing, calling up a bridge line. And I remember the first one I ever led, I was so nervous. And I think when we were trying to put the first one ever together, I must have bugged Pam Rich so much trying to come up with a script and know exactly what to say. What did I just roll on? This is a blend called Momentum and Confidence. If you search the team Facebook page, you'll find the recipe for it. I love it. Love it. So, welcome everybody. I am going to go ahead and just jump in because a lot of you are watching the recording and you don't really want to sit around and wait for everybody to join in. So, the reason we're doing this topic tonight, the whole immune system topic, is because winter is coming. And so a lot of people wait until, January rolls around to start thinking about their immune system. And we on Essentially Powerful think that is too late. You kind of missed the boat by then. So we're trying to really proactively and preventatively get you in great immune shape. So a couple disclaimers too. I am a mom. I'm a homeschooling mom. I have 2 boys and a puppy. They are home here tonight with me. My hubby is not here tonight, so we'll keep fingers and toes crossed. All that to say, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical practitioner. So everything that I share from you is just from a woman's and a mom's perspective on what we and my family do to keep ourselves healthy. I'm not diagnosing, prescribing, treating, claiming, curing anything. So I'm going to do my best to stay within the FDA compliance guidelines that we have to stay within whenever we're sharing about essential oils. But I'll hopefully be able to give you some good information, even though I can't share everything. Everything that I'm going to be talking to you about tonight is a product that comes from a company called Young Living Essential Oils. And the reason we do that is because the essential oils industry is like, oh gosh, I mean, there are many different forms and different qualities of essential oils out there. So you really have to do your due diligence. You have to select a company that has really good, strong, pure quality oils. We went through a big due diligence process before picking Young Living. And I always want to tell people, if you're going to expect things to happen that I'm sharing with you on this, you have to be using Young Living. Okay, you can't go to the grocery store and just buy a bottle of essential oil and expect that something is going to happen, because it's not the same. It's just not the same as Young Living. So, okay, here's the thing. I love to talk about immunity in October because we're at a very crucial stage right now for our bodies and our health. And what we do right now this month will dramatically impact what happens to us January, February, March of next year, and November and December too. What most people do is they start looking at the Halloween candy, right, that's on the shelves right now, and they start nibbling before Halloween happens. And then Halloween comes and a lot of nibbling of candy goes on, right? So you'll hear later why that creates what it does. But we start with Halloween, and then we go into this holiday season where Thanksgiving happens for those of us in the US, and we are eating a lot of food, and we're eating a lot of desserts, and we're drinking a lot of things that we don't normally drink, and we're just consuming a lot more food. And then we get into the real holiday season where we're running around like crazy people, going to the mall, buying gifts. We're like just doing all sorts of stuff, and it's very fun, but it's also very stressful, and that takes a toll on our immune system. Then we start eating all the holiday cookies and the treats and everything that people send us. Exactly, Cindy, sugar. We just basically become sugar monsters for the next 3 months. Then we roll into New Year's, and the sugar takes the form of alcohol and staying up late. And, January 1st rolls around, and our bodies are like, they're in sad shape. They really are. And at that point, we don't have a lot of sunshine. We're not getting a lot of vitamin D. We're inside, we're in confined air, and all of that turns into this lovely cesspool of just not feeling well. And so we come to this point in January, February, March where we're like, wow, why do I keep getting sick? Why do I have to keep taking my kids to the pediatrician? What's going on here? And I'll tell you what's going on. It's exactly what you did in October, November, December. They created your winter. So my goal is to help you start to really shift the way you think about self-care and start to really preventatively put things in place that will keep you healthy and your kids and your family. I will tell you that I'm not just blowing smoke here. My kids and I we only go to the doctor once a year for our wellness checkups, and that has been the case for the last 5 years. My boys are 11 and 8, so they were 6 and 3 when this whole thing started with Young Living. And so I tell you, to have somebody who was 6 and 3 and now 11 and 8 to go to the doctor once a year just for their wellness checkup, that's pretty tremendous. It's pretty tremendous. And so I want to share with you the things that I really believe have contributed to that, because it's not some secret, it's not some crazy thing. They're just certain steps that we took. Okay, so I would love to ask for you guys, actually I'd like to hear, what would change about your winter if no one in your family got sick this year? What would be the biggest impact on you, your spouse, your job, your kids, their school? Like what would be the impact if no one got sick? Or if maybe, you guys, you had a little something here and there, but you could manage it. I see one heart. Less stress. Yep. Would anybody feel like it'd be less stressful because they wouldn't have to miss work? Their kids wouldn't have to miss school? Better Christmas. Yeah, Christmas, the holidays stink if you're not feeling well. They definitely do. More happiness. Yes, so we can really create these things. Yes, and the whole ping pong effect, once one gets sick, they all get sick. No doctor bills, right? We can actually save money. I think the average family goes to the doctor 4 times a year. Each person goes 4 times a year. So think of how many people in your family, multiply it, by 4, and then multiply that by your copay. And that's the minimum that you're paying out for the doctor every single year. Yes, 100% attendance awards. If your kids are after those attendance awards, we've got to help them out. All right, so I'm going to share with you 5 things that I think everyone can do, and the 5 things that I think really create a solid foundation for your immune system. And first, I want to show you, why it's a very good thing that I chose to become a network marketer instead of an artist. Are you ready? Good night, Evie. Good night. Love you. Good night, Hen. Love you. So, this is my fishbowl. You can see that I'm not going to be homeschooling my kids on art. Yeah. So, this is my fishbowl. We're going to talk about a fishbowl for a second. All right. Has anybody seen the movie Finding Nemo? Okay. If you've got kids, you've probably seen it, right? So there's this little fish. This is Nemo right here, the little orange guy. So Nemo's swimming around in the ocean and suddenly he gets lost, and the scuba diver picks him up. He happens to be a dentist, so he plops Nemo into his fish tank in his office, his dentist office. The fish are all dying to escape. They don't want to be stuck in there, so they basically clog up the filter, right? So they went from having this lovely, clean fish tank to, after a while, after like a day or so of being in a fish tank with no filter, this is what happens to the fish tank. All right, see how talented I am. Basically, this starts happening, right? It starts getting like really cloudy and foggy and mucky and yucky, and like all of a sudden, the dentist comes in the next day and he's like, where are the fish? Really, you can't even see the fish because they're all clouded up with all the gunk and the ick and the yuck that's in the fish tank. All right, so what's happening here? Nothing changed about the fish. The fish was still there, but the environment that the fish were in changed. The environment got yucky. Algae started to grow, bacteria started to grow, all sorts of fungus and gross stuff started to grow in that tank, and you could not see them anymore because those things started to overtake the tank. So I want you to think about your body like a fish tank, right? We really require this delicate balance, just like a fish tank does, to stay healthy and to stay well, okay? And our balance that we need is the pH scale, basically the pH levels in our blood, right? So the pH scale goes from 0 to 14. 0 is acidic, 14 is very alkaline. Our bodies ideally want to be at about 7.4, right? So like just, just slightly alkaline, right? Because 7 is neutral, it's in the middle. So we want to be just slightly alkaline. The problem with this is that most of us have bodies where the environment is not 7.4. We are way over here in the acidic zone, okay? Because what creates acidity in our bodies? Stress, okay? So give me a little heart or something if you happen to experience stress occasionally in your life. Commutes, deadlines, cleaning your house, dogs, kids, jobs, works. Just most of us have occasional stress, I would say, and occasional stress that happens on a pretty frequent, regular basis. So that's contributing to acidity in the body. Other things that contribute to acidity, eating too much food. Eating food that is acidic, right? So I'm not going to go through the whole list, but if you Google acidic foods, you'll see, right? So there are certain foods like processed foods, sugar, alcohol, lots of animal protein, even grains. A lot of foods are acidic. So if you look at your diet and you compare it to the foods that are over acidic, you're going to be like, whoa, that's a lot of what I eat right there, right? So what happens as we are in this acidic environment, we're eating acidic foods, we're surrounded by chemicals and toxins that also increase the acidity of our body, our filter gets jammed. It just gets clogged up. And so we're not at the 7.4 that we need to be at. And that's when we start to see the overtaking of our body by things that we really don't want in there, right? The bacteria start to overtake us, the yeast, the fungus, all that stuff just starts to grow up, just like it did in the fish tank, okay? So what this guy needs to do, this dentist, he needs to clean the fish tank. He needs to get the environment better so that Nemo survives, right? We have to do the same. We have to keep our bodies as 7.4 on the pH scale as possible so that we keep our environment good, okay? When our environment is good, we're able to, even if we're around someone who's, sneezing or whatever, it doesn't bother us because we're good, we're strong, right? So we want to create the environment that will just fend off anything, right? So how can you determine where your pH is? Well, you can go on Amazon or to the drugstore or something and buy these little pH strips that, oh, thank you, Evie. Thanks, buddy. He's taking care of the puppy for me so the dog doesn't bark when they go to bed. So you can buy these little pH strips. They come in just little bottles. You'll see the pH, like the colorations for different pH levels on the strips. And what you do is in the morning, before you eat anything, you pee on the strip for like 10 seconds. And then you compare the color that it turns the strip to the pH scale and see where you are. So you can start to monitor your progress. You can start to see how are the acidity levels in my body doing. Am I more alkaline? Am I more acidic? You'll start to see which foods impact it, all of that. So that's really easy and they're very cheap. Most of us are too acidic. Most of us need to be alkaline. That's a pretty easy generalization. Unless you're eating all greens and non-starchy vegetables and living on a mountain with no stress, you're probably too acidic. So for some people, like I saw Carrie saying, trying to avoid acidic foods is hard when time is short. I hear ya. Totally understand. So that's why I want to give you guys some other things that are faster and easier to do. I'm not saying that without changing your diet, it's not going to be the end all be all, but it will help. It will help as you start to make manageable shifts in your diet. Okay. So one of the things I do every single morning, hold on, let me move my notes down so I don't lose track. Okay. Let me ask you guys, actually, those of you, all of you on this live already are a member of Young Living. You're already using Young Living products. So what are some of the things you're already doing to keep your body less acidic and to keep your body in that right pH balance? What are you guys doing? And I'm going to show you a few things. All right. First, I'm going to show you actually Lemon Vitality. Lemon Vitality Essential Oil. This comes in the starter kit that people start with when they get started with oils with Young Living. So most of you who are on this live probably have Lemon Vitality Oil, right? Anybody got it? So lemon is great because a lot of people think that lemons are acidic, right? So you're like, what is she talking about? I'm confused. Actually, the cool thing about lemon is that when lemons are consumed, when they break down in the body, they are actually alkaline. They're not acidic. So just by putting some lemon vitality essential oil in your water, or putting it in a smoothie, that is actually helping your body to stay a little more alkaline. So that's a super easy way to do it. I like to put a drop in my Ninja Red, and I'll share about that a little bit later on. But that's so easy, and anyone who has a starter kit from Young Living already has this, so that's something you could implement right away. I would suggest putting this by wherever you get your water from, so that it's sitting there, like by your glass or by the water filter or by the Berkey or whatever, so that you remember to take it. Just 1 drop is all you need in your water. You could do it a couple times a day if you want. Really great way, okay? The other thing, I think I saw people mentioning Alkalizing, okay? So Alkalizing is a powder supplement from Young Living. You can get it in a bottle and scoop it out yourself with a ½ teaspoon, or if you're lazy like me, you get the pre-made pouches, because then you can just rip the top and pour it in your water. In fact, why don't we do that? Why not? I just realized I have my water here, so let's have some Alkalizing. So what I'm just gonna do is cut off the top, and I'm gonna pour it in. Now, you never wanna pour Alkalizing in when the water is already full, because you will see it's going to start to foam and fizz. Look at that, isn't that cool? Just like an Alka-Seltzer would. All right, so this is a very specific powdered supplement. It has baking soda in it, it has sodium in it, and see, we're getting dangerously close to the top. Let's see what happens. I have faith. I have faith it's not going to overflow. Then it has lemon and lime essential oils in it too, which are alkalizing. And so what I do with this in the morning, this is really specifically designed, this supplement is specifically designed to bring your pH levels into balance, okay? So I have this every single morning before I eat my food. I will have alkaline. Some people will take it at night before bed, after they've had a couple hours after eating, and they'll take it and just let it kind of work on their belly while they're sleeping. But I really love this. It tastes really good. Usually I would stir it, but I don't have a spoon because I wasn't anticipating having it. But that's a great daily way to keep your acidity levels balanced while you are moving your diet into a more alkaline way. Okay, so Alkalizing. It's A-L-K-A-L-I-M-E, like lime the fruit. All right. Anything else about Alkalizing? I don't think so. Okay, now remember I said stress causes overacidity, so a lot of times we really have to deal with our stress levels, figure out ways to help our body kind of remember to relax and calm down and just, decompress a little bit. This is a supplement, Cortistop. I'm sorry if it's backwards for you, Cortistop. And this is a supplement that's really designed to help support stress levels during the day and really help support healthy cortisol levels. And cortisol is kind of the thing that gets really, really aggravated and out of control when we are overly stressed. It doesn't take much. I'm talking about like normal daily stressors, but this I find for me, when I take these are capsules. I will take 2 in the morning. Sometimes if life is really crazy, I take 2 at night. I find that these really help to take the edge off. I forgot to take this morning, and my boys would tell you, yeah, it was not a great day. So I remembered about 3 o'clock, and I could already kind of feel things starting to calm down. I don't have that reaction to a lot of supplements, but this one I really, really notice. So this, I call it, just takes the edge off. Cortistop, amazing, love it. I have 10 bottles in my house at all time because I can't run out. We would all suffer. Okay, so your action step from this part of the talk, step number 1, getting your pH levels balanced. I want you to go print out a list of acidic and alkaline foods. I want you to evaluate your current diet. I want you to think about what are a few things that I could take off from my acidic part of my diet and what are a few alkaline foods that I could add in. Greens in the morning with your eggs, greens in your smoothie. Just throw greens in with every meal. Just greens, dark leafy greens all the time. And then I'd love for you to decide, okay, what might I do to help my stress levels? Maybe the alkaline sounded really fun and you like fizzy things, and good tasting stuff makes you drink more water. So maybe alkaline. Maybe you just want to pop a supplement pill in the morning and cortisol would be helpful. Maybe you're like, yeah, the lemon would be really fun, right? Because wintertime, lemons are harder to come by, and I have lemon in my water every day. So maybe you switch to the lemon essential oil. Or maybe you have your kit and you have that lovely green bottle of Stress Away essential oil, and you could just rub that on your wrists all day and just smell that. So pick one thing to do to address your body's pH balance, okay? Multi-greens is another one, Danae. I don't want this talk to be 4 hours, so that is another great one, absolutely. Okay. So I'd love for you guys to pick, and I'd love for you to type in the comments, what is the one thing that you are going to do for yourself around your acidity levels, okay? Step number 2, we are going to support our gut, okay? Did you know that 75 to 80% of your immune cells are actually located right in your gut, in your intestines, right? So if we want to stay healthy, we got to support the gut. So I call all the good bacteria that are in our gut. I've always taught my boys, I'm like, you have these good warriors in your gut. These are the good bacteria. Their job is to like stand guard, and they're protecting you against foreign invaders. They're protecting you against bad bacteria. Like their job is to keep your gut and therefore your immune system healthy. The problem is, and there's actually several pounds of these good bacteria that live in your gut, which I just find crazy. They're like your first line of defense. If they start getting overtaken by bad bacteria, you're kind of screwed. You're kind of screwed. It's like the home team. It's like in Game of Thrones, right? Where they come in, they're going to do the, get the castle, and then all of a sudden, like everyone else starts swarming out, and they're outnumbered, and there's no chance, right? There's just no chance. Even with dragons, there's no chance. So you got to keep the good warriors, the good bacteria in your gut, super happy and super strong. Okay, so we're going to talk about how to do that. All right. Let me talk first actually about, some people are like, well, how would I even know if my bacteria is strong or not? Well, sometimes you can tell just from the way that your belly reacts. What does it do after you eat? How does it feel at the end of the day? What are your bowel movements like? Are they good? Are they strong? Are they frequent? But you can kind of go through a little checklist and see, have I ever, kind of unknowingly harmed the good levels of bacteria, my good gut warriors, right? So if you've taken antibiotics, if you've been on antibiotics a lot, those kill off all bacteria, not just the bad bacteria, but they wipe out the good bacteria too. And then sometimes it's harder for those good ones to take control again when everything starts to regrow. So antibiotics usually mean that your gut can use a little bit of support. If you've eaten a lot of sugar, if you drink lots of alcohol, if you eat lots of acidic foods, are you seeing the theme here? It's all kind of the same stuff, just around different labels. Anyway, let's talk about what you can do to support your gut, which will therefore support your immune system. Because if you've seen all the books out there, all the things that you're reading now about how people are helping to kind of balance people's brains, balance people's their autoimmune system, they always start with the gut. Always. It's always diet. It's always, let's get rid of these foods. Let's introduce these foods. Let's heal the gut lining. It's always about all that stuff. So I'm not going to get into that, but let's just talk about how to support let's talk about healthy gut warriors, okay? So first of all, probiotics. I know you've heard about probiotics before. I'm sure you have. Life 9 is Young Living's probiotic. This is something that you could take either first thing in the morning or last thing at night before bed. It's kind of like Alkalizing. You'd want to take it on an empty stomach so that everything in here, all the good bacteria in here, do not have to compete with the food. that you're eating. All right, so easy. You would just take one capsule. I'll show you how big they are, morning or night. All right, and another thing that you can do is to take enzymes. Where are my enzymes? Okay, I have my little basket down here. I should bring it up here so I don't have to bend down. Okay, so probiotics help to really help support the gut warriors, make them strong, make sure they're big in numbers and all of that. Now we want to talk about enzymes. Enzymes are responsible for pretty much every single process that your body does. Everything from movement to metabolism, everything needs enzymes. As we get older, our enzyme stores start to be depleted. And so it's important that we supplement, okay? So, and anytime we cook a food, we destroy all the enzymes in that food. So if you're not eating a 100% raw diet, you need enzymes. We just all do. I'm suggesting things in this class that I think everyone should do. I think everyone needs a probiotic. I think everybody, and I'm not like diagnosing, I'm just saying when we look at data and we look at the things that we eat and the life that we live, these things just make sense. They just make sense. So Young Living has a couple different enzymes. If you have children, these enzymes, Mightyzymes, are to be taken before they have their meal, with their meals, and these will really help just break down the foods better, help them become more easily absorbed and assimilated into the body. These are little chewable tablets. They're about this big, and so your kids can just chew these down with their meals. If you are an adult, I mean, you could certainly take the Mightyzymes, but for adults, we usually need kind of more powerful enzymes. So these little capsule packs are called Essential Zyme 4. Essential Zyme 4. I remember 4 starts with the letter F and food starts with the letter F. So that's how I remember which enzyme to take with my food. So we take Essential Zyme 4 just before or with our foods. These different capsules, the different colors are for breaking down different types of foods. But I can never remember which one is which. So I just take both the white and the yellow with my meals. Not every meal, I don't take it with every meal, but if I'm combining foods at all together, if I'm eating a protein and a starch together, or I'm having a meal from a restaurant, or I'm eating anything that I know my belly will be like, Christy, not sure about that one. I take both of these, okay? So what these do is they help to break down carbohydrates, proteins, they help to break down fats, they help to break down the fiber in foods. And so you'll eat a meal, and if you have the Essential Zyme with the meal, you'll finish the meal and you'll be like, oh, I feel great. Like my belly's still flat. I'm not offending people with any odors coming from my body. Like, this is good. I feel really good. So enzymes, really important. They will also help you to get the nutrients that you need out of your food. So many of us eat so much food, but we're still like not as vibrant as we could be because we're just not getting the nutrients from our food. So Essential Zyme 4. Detoxzyme is the one you take if you're a vegetarian. This is the vegetarian enzyme. And these guys are really nice. They're really small, which I like. They're really, really tiny. I don't think you can see how tiny those are, but they're really small. These are great to take, again, with meals, or even just to take like at the end of the day before you go to bed, so that these babies can work on everything that you put your body through during the day. And then you wake up in the morning and you feel great. So those are the enzymes that I would take with food. So you take your Life 9 probiotic either in the morning or the evening, and then as you eat through the day with your big meals, you take your enzymes to break things down. That supports your gut, which then supports your immune system. Let's see. Okay, if you tell me you hate using supplements and you don't want to use supplements, you'd rather use oils, there are two oils that I would suggest using. They both come in the starter kit with the oils with Young Living. Digize. Digize is a great one to rub on your belly, rub on the bottom of your feet. You could pop it in the diffuser, but it's kind of more of a functional oil. I wouldn't say that I would put this in just for the smelling aspect of it. But man, rub this on your belly, rub this on your feet while you're eating or after a meal. It's just so great, supporting just all digestion. And then peppermint essential oil. Peppermint was one of the first oils I ever tried. Rubbed it on my belly on a plane ride to India, and I just felt so good for the whole plane ride. It just felt so good. So you can rub peppermint on your belly, rub peppermint essential oil on the bottom of your feet. If you have a peppermint vitality, which is basically the same old peppermint oil, just labeled for internal use, you could also put a drop under your tongue. You could put some in your water, put some in a capsule and take it down. Peppermint is great for digestion. So those are a couple ways that you can use Young Living products to support your digestion, which will then support your immune system. Okay, don't forget about your gut, please, guys. So, so, so important. So, any questions? Any questions about what I've gone through so far? Was what I want you to do, your action step is I want you to decide, am I going to try the probiotic, the Life 9, or am I going to try a digestive enzyme? And I would say that if you tend to notice things after you eat your food, and that's when your belly tends to make itself known, I would start with the enzymes, and otherwise start with the probiotics. You really can't go wrong either way. Just trying to help you decide. And maybe you just want your oils, your digest, or your peppermint. So, okay, I'm not seeing any questions, so I'm going to keep going. All right, the third step to supporting your immune system is to diffuse with purpose during the wintertime. Okay, so a lot of times, like through summer and spring, I kind of diffuse just for the delicious smells of having oils wafting through the air in my home. No, sulfurzyme is not a digestive enzyme. That's different. That has MSM in it. So it's not going to give you the same results as the essentialzyme foraging. So how many of you guys diffuse just because you love the smells, right? Like maybe you want to change the mood in your home, or you want to just, I don't know, you just want to walk in the room and have it smell amazing. Or maybe you're just trying to freshen the air, right? But wintertime is a great time to really be very intentional and just functional about your diffusing. Like, I'm not messing around. I have a very specific purpose. That is to keep the air in my home clean, to keep everyone breathing really well, and to keep everyone really, really healthy. Okay, so there are a couple oils that you will probably want to stock up on. Make sure if you have the starter kit and you have these smaller bottles, you're going to want to stock up on the big bottles, right? Because when you start with Young Living, you get the 5 milliliter bottles. These have between 85 and 100 drops in them. And you want to upgrade to the big bottles because these are 15 mil and they have 250 to 300 drops in them. And that's what you're going to want for the winter time. All right, so let's talk about which ones to use. First of all, Thieves. You knew it was coming at some point. Thieves. So Thieves is a blend. It's an essential oil blend with 5 different oils in it. It has cinnamon and clove and lemon. I always need to look at the list. Eucalyptus and rosemary in it. So the blend was inspired by the story of these 15th century French thieves. They formulated this whole botanical combination of different plants like cinnamon, clove, eucalyptus, and they basically believed that these protected them while they were robbing their victims. And the victims were not necessarily in upstanding health. So Thieves is what Young Living chose to call this blend, which is really designed to keep you healthy during the whole year, but especially winter and fall. So this smells amazing. It's kind of like hot tamale candies, I think is what it smells like. And this is something that you would want to put in your diffuser all winter long. All winter long. Your house will smell amazing, and it's also going to help keep you all healthy. All right. The other ones from the starter kit that are great, frankincense is great to diffuse, and also lemon is great to diffuse. And for those of you who are really breathing well and you want to stay breathing really well through the whole winter, RC. RC is a great one from the starter kit to be diffusing. You can mix and match them, so you could be crazy and put RC and Thieves together. It's going to smell good. Oh, sorry, this is digest. Don't do that. Don't put RC and digest together unless you love the smell of licorice. RC and Thieves together, really, really good. Really good. Let's see. A couple others. Let's see. Immu Power. Immu Power, some people think smells a little stinky, but it is highly effective for keeping you healthy. So, actually, I've grown to like this one. I thought it was super stinky at first, but it really actually is quite lovely now. So you'll find the more you use oils and the more that they help to kind of balance different things in your body, you will actually start to enjoy oils or blends that you didn't enjoy at first. It's really interesting how that happens. A couple others for those of you who are branching out beyond the starter kit. Raven. Raven is one of the promotions this month, so you could actually get this for free. Raven is delicious for, again, for really, really strong, healthy, clear breathing. Another one that you might not have heard of before is Exodus 2. Exodus 2 is another blend that's great. This one smells great. This one smells really good. I'm going to put some of this on. I haven't tried Exodus 2 in a while. So again, you don't have to just diffuse these. You can put these on your body. You can put them up and down your spine. You can put them on the bottoms of your feet. When in doubt, if new to oils, put them on the bottoms of your feet because your feet are kind of a map to the entire body. And so you can get the oils on there and then through the VitaFlex points on the feet, they can kind of just go where they need to go. And so if you're new to oils, just make it simple. Put them on the bottom of your feet, put them in the diffuser, call it a day until you're ready to experiment more and just kind of get a little more into some of the details of it all, right? So two others that I really like, especially for good, clear, healthy breathing are myrtle and hyssop. Okay, myrtle is really great too for children, for children. So myrtle is a lovely one. Some parents don't like to use Thieves with their kids until they're older. It's a stronger oil and some kids just don't want it up close to their face or up in their, where they can smell it. So a lot of parents will use Palmarosa for staying healthy. They'll use the lemon or the frankincense, and then a lot will use myrtle. Okay, so those are some oils and blends that you can diffuse or you could put on your spine or the bottom of the feet. Because sometimes when you don't have a diffuser around, when you put the oils on you, you become this human diffuser. And you can just spread oils wherever you go, which is fun. Okay, so I'm seeing a question about Thieves and nursing. We always recommend that people get the book Gentle Babies by Deborah Rayburn because that is a great resource for pregnant mamas and also mamas of younger children. So it's really important if you have oils, essential oils in your home, that you have some kind of a reference guide so that you can do your own research and read up on them. Some moms are very comfortable using Thieves when they're pregnant and others aren't. My rule of thumb is usually the pregnant mama's body. When I was pregnant with my second son, I did not want to put Thieves on. I don't know why. I think I did with my first son, but I didn't with my second. So I just listened to my body and trusted my body. But if you want a book that can give you guidelines, Gentle Babies is a great book, or any of the reference guides. Okay, so we're moving on to step number 4. All right, step number 4, we talked about Thieves already. Remember this guy that smells like hot tamales? So Thieves is a blend that my goal with my family is always to have as many touch points with Thieves as I possibly can throughout the day. Because remember, this is a blend of 5 different oils that is designed to help us stay healthy. So yeah, I can put the Thieves on the bottom of our feet, and yeah, I can put it on our spine, and yes, I can put it in the diffuser. But how cool is it that every time my kids go and wash their hands in any bathroom or sink in my house, I have the Thieves foaming hand soap, which has Thieves essential oil in it, and lemon, which is also helpful with immune stuff, right? So my kids are getting Thieves every time they wash their hands, all right? Also, when we go to brush our teeth at night, we all use the Thieves Aroma Bright toothpaste. So now they're getting Thieves on their gums, they're getting Thieves, they're smelling it. It's like kind of seeping in because kids swallow toothpaste no matter what you do, right? So you got to get a toothpaste that they can swallow, and Thieves is fine to swallow. And it's got Thieves in it. It's great. They get Thieves twice a day. Even if they never wash their hands, they get Thieves twice a day because they brush their teeth. Same thing with the hand purifier. We have the Thieves hand purifier. We have one in our car for after hockey practice. Dear Lord, they need to put that on their hands after touching those hockey locker rooms. After I pump gas, I use it. We use this when we went to Europe. We use this all the time on all of us. Right? So if you've got a child who's going to school, put one of these in their backpacks and have them use it. Have them use it all day long. When we floss our teeth, we have Thieves in our dental floss from Young Living, right? Getting it inside between the teeth, so great for gum health, so great for dental health. And again, more Thieves. When we wash our bodies, we use Thieves bar soap. First of all, because, well, I'm stinky and my oldest son is like me, stinky. So this is really helpful for the stink, but also because, again, more Thieves whenever we can get Thieves. If we're using lozenges, we use the Thieves lozenges. If we have a sore throat or a cough, we use the Thieves cough drops. Again, Thieves everywhere. If there was one thing I could tell moms, just get Thieves everywhere. Thieves is so popular in our house, it's actually not just a noun, it's a verb. It's like, go Thieves yourself. they go do it. Okay, so if you are already a Young Living member, your action step is to put the Thieves Essential Rewards kit in your next Essential Rewards order. You can't get this special kit through a quick order, right? This is a special kit that has gobs of different Thieves products. The ones I showed you, the cleaner, the mouthwash, all sorts of great products. It's enough to last you in your home many, many months, okay? And it's discounted an extra 5 to 6% because it's bundled together. And when you order it through Essential Rewards, you get points back. So you're going to get more free product just for ordering the Thieves kit to get Thieves in your whole home, okay? If you're not a member yet, I'll tell you how you can get that kit because you won't be left out either. But the reason I suggest to start putting all these things in your orders now is because people are going to start figuring out what we on EP have figured out already in a couple months. People are going to start doing their immune classes in November, December, and then they're going to buy all of these products and they may go out of stock because there's going to be a run on them when people start to notice that they're feeling a little run down. We're going to stock up on them beforehand. So we're all set and we're all good and we don't have to cry if what we need is out of stock, okay? I'm actually going to go through at the end. I'm going to make some suggestions for Essential Rewards orders for those of you who are already a member of Young Living so that we can break this down and make it really simple. I know I'm going through a lot of stuff, but I promise at the end I'm going to break it down. I'm going to give you 3 months of ER orders, boom, 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 so you don't even have to think about it because I don't want you stressing because that will make you more acidic. And that's against the whole point of this class, right? Okay. So the last step, step number 5 is to select the right supplements. Okay, so we all tend to have like our supplement routine that we go through. You might have your probiotics and your digestive enzymes and all of that. But in the wintertime, the fall and wintertime, you may want to you may want to supplement with some supplements, right? You might want to add some specialty ones in there that are really designed for your immune system. I got to look at my notes. I'm getting a little sleepy. Okay, as you get older, your immune system is affected by free radical damage. Okay, so free radicals basically hunt down and damage immune cells. So free radicals, not good when we're talking immunity. The free radicals make it so that the immune cells, they can't communicate with each other. So instead of talking, they're like, we missed each other, right? So the immune cells can't communicate. The best thing to do to support your immune system is to load up on the things that will fight those free radicals. And who knows what those are? What helps to fight the free radicals in your body? And help get those immune cells talking to each other again. I know you guys know. I know everybody knows this. Antioxidants. Okay? Antioxidants are what your body needs to help fight the free radicals. All right? So we have a product with Young Living that is chock full of antioxidants. And I'm going to look back at my notes again. So Ningxia Red, these antioxidants, they're like a little shield for your immune cells. Think of it like a bubble. They're a little bubble. So we started taking Ningxia Red a few years ago, probably about 5 years ago. It was on sale at some point with Young Living, and I was very skeptical about anything that came in a bottle or in a packet like this. Any kind of juices, I was like, yeah, I don't know, those are just a scam. So I didn't buy it for a long time, and then it went on sale and I tried it. And it either comes in these little 2-ounce packets or it comes in a glass bottle. In the wintertime, I always recommend getting the packets because the glass bottles, unless you get them shipped 2 or 3 days, if they're out in the cold weather, sometimes they can explode because they're glass. So if you get glass bottles of Ningxia Red in the winter, you've got to upgrade your shipping so you don't have exploded bottles when they come. I just circumvent that by getting these packets. They're easy, they're fast, everybody just grabs them. I have them in my wine fridge. My whole wine fridge is just basically these packets of Ningxia Red. Okay, so Ningxia Red, when I started taking it, I was skeptical. I took it for a month. I noticed I had a lot more energy. I noticed I just felt, at that point, I didn't really notice what it was except the energy. I just felt better. I stopped taking it for a month just to test it out because I, again, was skeptical of juices. And I said, and I noticed I wasn't feeling just as spry as I was the month before. So I took it again, the 3rd month, and I felt great again. 4th month, I stopped taking it just to test it out. I'm a little stubborn and slow to the game sometimes. By the 5th month, I realized the months I took Ningxia Red, I just had better months. I just felt better. I noticed that my nails grew super, super fast. I noticed that my hair grew super, super fast. My husband noticed that his eyes worked better when he had Ningxia Red. So those were the short-term effects. But what I have seen is that it was 5 years ago that I started drinking Ningxia Red. Do you remember how many years I said it's been since we've been to the doctor's office for anything other than a checkup? It's been 5 years. So I'm not a scientist, but I'm pretty sure that this is one of the biggest things that has supported our immune systems because the antioxidants in this have allowed our immune cells to talk to each other and we have less free radicals in our body. It's a hypothesis, but so far it's holding for us. Okay, so Ningxia Red has Ningxia wolfberries in it, as these wolfberries have they're the world's highest antioxidant food. Okay, highest antioxidant food. I have a little thing here that will show you. So this is a 2-ounce packet, but just half of this 1 ounce of Ningxia Red has the same antioxidant power as 73 strawberries or 130 tomatoes, almost 23,000 almonds, 814 blueberries, 59 broccoli florets, 93 apples, 100 oranges. I mean, it's kind of crazy to think how expensive it would be to buy that much food, organic food especially. But I can buy this, and it's cheaper than the cost of, let's see, a Starbucks. How much is a Starbucks? You guys, how much is a Starbucks drink these days? I don't go to Starbucks. Can somebody just type in how much a typical Starbucks drink is? I would love to see. Because Ningxia Red is about $1.40 per day, per person. So, for the 1 ounce. And if you are a healthy person and you're just looking to maintain health, you really only need 1 ounce to 2 ounces a day. And I always tell people, if your budget can't afford 1 ounce to 2 ounces a day, do 1 ounce every other day, every 3rd day. Just get Ningxia Red in your system. Yeah, so it's much cheaper than $4.29. Wow, that was very specific. Maria. Okay, so Ningxia Red, and this is great for kids. Kids love this. This has, it has the wolfberry, it also has blueberry, it has plum, it has sweet cherry, pomegranate. It is sweetened with stevia, so there's no added sugar. It also has the citrus essential oils in it. It has orange, lemon, tangerine, and those are also, remember, they support the immune system too. So this is such an easy way for kids to just suck it down. Same with adults. All right, the last 3 things I want to share with you are some supplements. Bear with me for 1 sec while I get them up. What's my other one? Oh, Inner Defense. Where did that one go? Okay. So, a couple supplements that I think everyone should have just in their cabinet, just for if you need them. They're not going to be things you'll necessarily take every day, but there are 2 that I think you really want to just have. They have kind of been lifesavers for us in the past. ImmuPro. So ImmuPro is great, especially if you have kids at home or you can't swallow tablets. These are chewable strawberry flavored tablets. They have the Ningxia wolfberry in them, which is in the Ningxia red. These are great for supporting your immune system, but they're also great for helping you get a good night's sleep because they have melatonin in them. So you know how sometimes you just, like, if you don't get good sleep, you realize, oh shoot, like I'm starting to feel a little run down, or I'm starting to get a little tired, and then you have to do something big the next day and you really need to sleep. The ImmuPro is great for that. And it's also supporting the immune system at the same time. I will cut these in half and give half to my boys who are 8 and 11, like Christmas Eve when they start freaking out and losing their minds with excitement. They get an ImmuPro. Even if we're at hockey, sometimes we're at hockey till 10 o'clock at night, and they get home and they're so revved up, and they've been, in icky hockey locker rooms, which are nasty. I will give them part of an ImmuPro. Support the sleep, support the immune system. It's like a double whammy. You're not going to take it every night, but sometimes it's helpful just to get like a sleep cycle back on track, and sometimes it's just really helpful to have that extra little boost in there. Inner defense. Inner defense is not something I give my kids, partly because they're capsules that are pretty large, and also because it's a very potent supplement. It's this big. They're very potent. These have the Thieves essential oil blend in them. Remember the Thieves, which is so good for your immune system? So Inner Defense has Thieves in there, and it also, hold on, it has lemongrass, thyme, and oregano in it as well. So these are this is like super powered immune support. I will tell you what we do with these. These are in our cabinet just in case we need them. And we'll often take them, I will take these before I get on a plane to go travel. When I'm looking to I need to keep my immune system operating at optimal levels, I will take it before I travel. I will take it on the plane when I'm sitting there around everybody else. I take it when I get to my destination. We have these on hand just when we need them. And when you need them, it's too late to order them. They won't get there in time. So just please trust me that this is something you want to have in your cabinet, at least one full bottle at all times. If you start using it up, you want to get another bottle, because oftentimes, my husband and I will both take it at the same time for multiple days in a row, right? So you just want to have a lot of the capsules around. You're not going to take it every day, but just trust me. This and this, just put them in your cart and have them with you. The last thing that I think is really super helpful is something you can actually get for free this month. If you place a 300 PV order, you get Super C chewables. Okay, these have vitamin C in them, and vitamin C we know is really, really necessary because we humans cannot produce it in our own bodies, so we need to supplement with it or get it from food. This is different than most vitamin C supplements out there because it's a whole foods vitamin C. It's not just like the isolated synthetic vitamin C by itself. Right? A lot of supplements with vitamin C are just isolated synthetics, and your body does not know what to do with them. It doesn't even recognize it. So you just basically pee it out. That's what you do. So that's a waste of money. I don't recommend it. You want to get a whole foods vitamin C. And this has bioflavonoids in it, which help the vitamin C get utilized properly and quickly in the body. I love that they're chewable because I hate swallowing capsules. My boys, again, they remember every morning to get one of these. This is actually something that we do every single day. In the wintertime, sometimes we'll even double, triple up on the Super C. Really, really important supplement. And you can get it for free. So, let me see. I think we're done. That was a lot of information. I have a feeling like their head's gonna kind of just explode from all the information. It's a lot, right? But the good news is that you have lots of options. And the good news is that you have options of things you can eat and things you can pop into your mouth and things you can put on your body, or things you can just put on your countertop or your sink and use for your immune system, okay? So what I want to do next is I want to make it simple for all of you. We want to reduce the stress and any acidity we might have created with all these ideas, right? I want to help bring you back down, bring you more alkaline. So what I'm going to do first is I want to tell those of you who don't yet have a Young Living account, because I know this is going to go out To people who don't have accounts, I want to tell you how you can figure out which starter kit would be best for you. And then I want to talk to those of you who already have Young Living accounts, and I'm going to break all of this down into 3 very simple essential rewards orders in the order that I would do them in if you don't have many of these things yet. Okay, so stick with me. If you're already on Essentially Powerful, we're going to help the people who aren't part of Young Living yet. So if you are not part of Young Living yet, what you're going to want to do is reach out to the person that shared this video with you, because they're already a member and they can help you get started. The easiest and best way to get started is to set up a wholesale account, because you're going to get 24% off all the retail prices of all the Young Living products. And you want to save money wherever you can. That's like the biggest thing. We're all about good products and saving money. So the way you get a wholesale account is really simple. You just pick one of the 3 starter kits to get started with. Now, if you really like oils and you're like, ooh, that Thieves, rubbing that Thieves on sounds great, or putting that RC on my chest, or I want the Digize, or I want the peppermint, or the diffuser sounds really great. If the oils are the thing that called your name, you're going to want to get the premium starter kit with oils, because you get 11 different oils. I mentioned a lot of them actually tonight in the talk, at least 6 of them. And you get a diffuser. So you can start pumping oils through your home, you can start putting them on your body, and you can start getting oiled up to stay really healthy. Okay, so that's one option. There is another starter kit that is all of these Thieves products. So if you're like, yeah, oils, I'm not sure that oils are my thing, I'm not sure I'm ready for it, but I really want to stay healthy and I liked the sound of that Thieves, you can get the Thieves starter kit. So you could literally load up your bathroom, your kitchen, your car, your purse with all of these different Thieves products. So easy, because you can just plug and play, right? You just take out your regular soap and put the Thieves soap in there. You take out your regular toothpaste and you plug the Thieves toothpaste in. So it's very easy and user friendly. And then you're getting Thieves touch points in your house for you and your kids all day long. The third option, if you're like, wow, that whole antioxidant thing like really got me. If you really want that full body energy and like the full body antioxidant power against the free radicals, there is a Ninja Red starter kit as well. So you'll get some bottles of Ninja Red, you'll get some packets, and you'll also get some Ninja Nitro, which is great for energy and great for mental focus and mental clarity too. So 3 different options. I would encourage you to pick the one that seems easiest to you, the one that just feels like it is an easy way to integrate into your current lifestyle, and reach out to the person that directed you to this video, because they can help you set up that account. You're going to want to use their member number when you set it up so that you can be part of our team, you can be with your friend, you can get all the resources and trainings, like things like this that we offer our team every single month. Okay, so, and when you talk to them about setting up your starter kit, make sure to ask them about the promos this month, because remember I said how you could get Super C for free and you could get Raven for free. There are actually 5 products that you could get for free. You could get, I think it's $190 worth of free products with your order if you so wish. So ask them about that. Okay, let's talk to those of you who already have a Young Living account and who want to set up Essential Rewards or want to set up Essential Rewards. So Essential Rewards is basically Young Living's monthly loyalty program. It's kind of like, well, it's kind of like when you go to Target every month and you order with your Target card and you get like, what, 5% back from Target? Young Living blows that out of the water. When you order every month through Essential Rewards, you start out getting 10% back, then you start earning 20% back, and then 25% back of every order that you order in free points that you can redeem for free goodies. So it's truly awesome. And when it comes to things like immunity, you can't just drink Ninja Red for a day and expect that that is going to totally transform your whole winter experience, right? We know that if we've been eating crappy and been really stressed for a long time, we're going to need to be patient with our body. We're going to need to give it some time to use the supplements, use the oils, use those tools to really, really support itself and strengthen itself and maintain really healthy immunity. So this is not like a one-time thing. The immune system, I want you to think of it like it's your full-time job from now through like March to really support your immune system. So you're going to be wanting to restock some of these things and get these things into your house on a regular basis. So essential rewards really makes sense. Okay, here's the way I would break it down if you're brand new to essential rewards, or you're sitting there going, I don't have any of those things that Christi just talked about tonight, and I don't know where to start. This is what I would do. In October, set up essential rewards. You can do that in your virtual office really super fast and easy. You only have to order 50 PV worth of product every month to qualify for all those points towards the free products. 50 PV is usually equivalent to $50, okay? I'm going to give you some options that are going to go over the 50 PV, but you can kind of pick and choose again based on what resonated most with you. First of all, everyone's just got to put a big bottle of Thieves essential oil in their essential rewards order. And I would say pretty much every month between now and March. Because if you're diffusing it every day, you're putting like 5 to 6 drops in your diffuser and you're putting it on everybody's feet, you're going to go through at least a bottle a month. So just put that in there, leave it in there, have it come to your home every single month. All right? And you need a big bottle. I also would say, honestly, I would start getting enough Ningxia Red for your family to have at least 1 ounce a day. Every family member to have 1 ounce of Ningxia a day. Ideally 2, but again, look at your budget and look at what you can afford. But now is the time to start Ningxia Red. I also would get a bottle of Inner Defense. Okay, and the ImmuPro. Remember, these are the ones that I said you always want to have on hand for when you need them. But people are going to start loading up on these come next month in November, and they may be out of stock because people just go on runs, right? It's like, oh yeah, it's winter. I got to get my Inner Defense. I got to get my ImmuPro. So I want you to be smart and get them now. Get at least 1 bottle of each so you just have them set for the winter. Okay, so that's where I'd start with my first order in October. 1 or all of those things. The next month in November, I would really stock up my home with all of these Thieves products. So you could order them a la carte. You could order the cough drops, you could order the toothpaste, you could order the cleaner, you could order the laundry detergent, you could order the dish soap, you could order the dishwasher detergent. Like, you can kind of pick and choose things as you run out of them in your home. Like, look at what you'd be ordering next from Target or from Amazon and just get it from Young Living instead. Get the Thieves version. Or you could make it really simple and just order the Thieves Essential Rewards Kit. Right? It's got so many products in there. It will last you for a really long time, and it's discounted that additional 5 to 6%. So I would stock up on Thieves in November. Get Thieves everywhere, especially if you have guests coming to stay with you during the holidays. Get your home stockpile with Thieves. Then in December, when you've gotten these basics down, the Thieves essential oil, the Ningxia Red, the Thieves products, then I want you to start looking at specialty supplements that you feel your body needs, right? So that's the month where if you kind of eat like crap and you're really stressed, maybe you get the Alkalizing to put in your water. If your stress levels are contributing to anything in your life, maybe that's when you pick up some cortisol. If you know that your gut is something that you really want to support, maybe in December you get your Life 9 probiotic, you get your essential zyme, digestive enzymes. You're starting to think about, okay, what are the things that my body needs? All right? So that's what I would do. But honestly, that's because I've got a lot of people on here and I'm trying to just generalize it for you. But what I really want to encourage you to do is start with whatever feels easiest and most exciting to you. If you know you will never take a supplement, but you wash your hands all day long, just get the Thieves foaming hand soap, right? If you know that you'll never drink Ningxia Red, but you really like rubbing good smelling stuff all over you, get the Thieves essential oil. You know what you'll use the best. You know what will keep you stress-free. So go with that. You really cannot go wrong with any of these things. Does anybody have any questions before? Oh yes, and you can actually get starter kits even if you're already a member. So if you wanted to order the oil starter kit again, you could do that. You'd have to do it through a quick order though, not through Essential Rewards. Anybody have any questions before we hop off for today? I hope that this was helpful. I would love to hear actually from some people what was one thing that you learned. One thing that you learned, or one thing that you found helpful or interesting, or maybe my picture of the aquarium was entertaining. I would love to hear. Love to hear. My goal and my hope is that our family can inspire you to make some changes, and then hopefully at the end of the winter, we will have all forgotten our doctors and pediatricians' names because we just haven't seen them for a while. What was helpful for you? Exodus 2. Yeah, that's kind of a lesser known blend. It's a good one. Look it up in your book, Jane. You'll see what's in it. It's very, very powerful. Learn that stress causes acidity. Yep. That's why our Stress Away blend is so vital. So vital. What else? What else did you guys learn? Or something that you're interested in trying. Maybe you already knew. I always love doing these classes because I think I've taught this class for a couple years in a row now, but every time I do it, I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of need to go back to that. So it gives you just a nice reminder of some of the things that you already know, but that you're maybe not doing. Learn new oils for your immune system. Awesome, Mary Ellen. Can all the capsules be opened, or is that not a good idea? That's a great question, Amanda. So a lot of Young Living supplements that are in capsules are designed to release at just the right time in your body. And so the Essential Zyme 4, those two, the yellow and white capsules that you take with food, the yellow and the white capsules actually are going to release at different stages in your intestines, right? Based on the kinds of foods that they are designed to break down. So I wouldn't break those open because they're really designed to go in there and functionally release when they're supposed to. Same thing with the Life 9. I mean, I guess if you really can't swallow capsules, and I'm guessing that's why you asked, I mean, it'd be better to get them and dump them into a smoothie and have them versus not. But for example, the Inner Defense, right? That was the one that has the Thieves and lemongrass and oregano and thyme. I have tried to create my own Inner Defense by putting all of those oils into an empty capsule and swallowing it down, and then I'm burping up those oils all day. Those Inner Defenses are designed to release at a point in your body where you're not burping them up all day. Okay, so I would not open those up. Most of them I would just use as directed. Let's see, other questions. Can you share after the live? Yes, if technology cooperates and this is on the page, we're going to be uploading it to the Essentially Powerful Worldwide YouTube channel. And you'll be able to go on there. You'll see all of the past teleclasses from before. You'll see different recordings on each of the starter kits. So if you're curious about what each of the starter kits has and what they're good for, you can see those. And you can share it with anybody that you like. Anybody that you like. Okay, let's see. Any other questions? Okay. Yeah, Inner Defense, Donna, is like key. I start to freak out if I am down to one bottle of Inner Defense. Because when you call upon it, you really call upon it. I wish I could tell you more. I wish I could give you stories. I wish I could give you stories, but I can't. So just get it and put it in your cabinet and you'll know when to use it. Okay, interested in Raven and Exodus 2. Awesome. Awesome. Wonderful. All right, guys. I am feeling myself fading a little bit. It's 8:40. That was a long class. Thank you for sticking with me. I hope that this was helpful. If you do pass this on to other people, I have a request. I would request that you think about the part of this class that would be most helpful for them and direct them to that. Just because when we send things out to people, it's helpful for them to know why you're sending it. You know, and help for them to know, oh, they were thinking of me because. So as you're going through, if you're sending this to anybody, think about what would they need the most? Why would they want to watch this? Why would they take an hour and 10 minutes out of their day to watch this? And give them a little tip that will help them understand that, because there's a lot of things competing for their time. And if they see the power of it and they see how it applies to them, they'll be much more likely to spend the time and watch and get some really good information for themselves. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful night, and let's keep all of Essentially Powerful super healthy this winter. Okay? Good night.